virulent plague, and then as you work through Dragon Blight, you know, like you get to use it up there, and that's what the Apothecary Society uses because they're kind of like you know,
What is it?
potent enough to exterminate 1,000 Murlocs. I think I'll put that on the label. You've done well, Valine, and great work around here gets rewarded. So we'll just take that.
Beware the living.
The only thing about this tune is we have very limited bag space, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. That's going to limit like how fast I can run through this stuff. And we're going to take Nub's wand. And in one, okay, I've returned. And in one piece, defender of Silverpine, redeemer of the horde, Valina Nub, your bravery must be rewarded. Nubish cape, Nubly bracers, Nub's wand. So we're going to keep that for Exmon. And the good thing about this quest chain is we get a lot of Undercity rep. So, dangerous intentions. Do you know why Mortis appends Nub to your name, Valine? Because he is an incompetent sycophant that has trouble seeing through his oversized helmet. Nub is your classification. You are now part of the new Undercity Battalion. But enough with the comedy. I sent Deathstalker Yorick to the on a shadow operation 2 days ago. Her goal was to get information on the Gilneas Liberation Front. In return, 3 days and no word from her. Head southwest to the Ivar Patch and look for Yorick. Alright.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Alright, so that's really close. So. And that's another thing about this zone. I mean, it's a vanilla zone. It's changed a lot, but it's very well put together. Like the quest chains are really, they're really tight. You know, like you're not wasting a lot of time running back and forth that much. Belmont gets a little nervous and sends some newbie to look for me. Listen, I've been staking out the old Ivar cottage from inside this outhouse for 3 days. Your presence threatens the whole damn operation. There's no time to explain. We have to act now or this mission will be compromised. The GLF leader, Darius Crowley, has been meeting with another Worgen inside the cottage for the past 3 days. I'm not sure what's going on, but we need to get inside the cottage and find a good hiding place from where we can eavesdrop. It's now or never, Blood Elf. We may never get another shot. Just promise me that if I don't make it, you'll return to the Forsaken High Command and inform Belmont of whatever we discover.
What is it?
We haven't got much time. Crowley will be arriving shortly. Let's go. So I made like a new overlay. So it's, I'm not really 100% satisfied with it, but I figured I would use a different one for whichever I was recording with. So. Alright. There, hide in the armoire. I'll hide in the shadows next to you. Whoa, that was close. And I'll have to read some of this, I'm sure. Oh, have you given any more thought to my proposal, Ivar? Why trust you now, Crowley? You abandoned us, left us to die. If we're to win this war, we'll need your help. Our packs must unite. The Forsaken will destroy us otherwise. You are the alpha male, Ivar. The rest of the Ferals in Shadowpine will do as you command. I don't care about your war, Crowley. But I I've seen firsthand what the Forsaken are capable of doing. It is true. They hunt us, slaughter the defenseless. So, you will help. I will gather my pack. It would appear we are being watched, Crowley. You've grown soft. Likely Greymane's fault. Treacherous little pup. Oh! Oh no, Yorick! What say you now, spy? I live and die for the Banshee Queen. I was hoping you would say that. I will prepare the pack. It will take some time to gather them all, but we will join for now. I like his hand weapons there. They're pretty BA. Aww. Rain Yorick. Poor thing. Well, I seem unable to clear out my targeting. Okay. Well, I was gonna say something. Oh, the Worgen. If I remember correctly, and it has been a little while since I've worked on those quests and stuff. The Worgen, the ones that have that are on the Alliance side, they were infected with like a disease that made them like that, like they're actual werewolves basically. But the ferals that are in Silverpine, I guess like they're the remnants of like the like I guess they're passing on the infection. But and in Shadowfang Keep there was a wizard there that was basically summoning these Worgen from another world, and then over on Kalimdor there's a well, there was like some lore over here where you found out that there was a scythe of a loon that was like a druid was using that to open a portal. So there was like all these Worgen coming in from like various zones, and so the Worgen that we have now are kind of like the remnants of like those occurrences. So. Alas, poor York, I knew her, Valine, an assassin of infinite courage, which is a Shakespeare reference, which is kind of cool. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. Little gloves, nah. Belmont hands you a sealed envelope. Deliver this report to Lady Sylvanas Windrunner. It is my assessment of the situation in Silverpine based upon your and Yorick's fieldwork. If we do not stamp out the Worgen insurgents, they will overrun us. The time to act is now.
Beware the living.
We are the Forsaken. We will slaughter anyone who stands in our way.
Crowley, a gnat, an insect waiting to be crushed beneath my boot heel. So he thinks to rouse the feral Worgen of Silverpine. We shall show him and his allies the might of the Forsaken. But first we must clean up the mess made by the War Chief's fleet. Without their aid, we will lose this war. Our reinforcements from Kalimdor arrived last night. 3 orc gunships full of supplies, weapons, and soldiers. 3 orc gunships lost to Bloodfang's damned Worgen. How could an entire orc fleet lose to a small band of enemy combatants that lack any siege weaponry? An important question that you will answer for me. Gather your gear and report to the orc Admiral Hatchet at the Forsaken Rear Guard, southwest of here. Get those orcs operational, Valine. I'll wait your report. So again, this is a pretty short little hop down here. I kind of like how it works. It's, you know, you kind of branch out and then come back, then branch, you know, and it just slowly kind of moves down the path here. So we won't have to worry about aggroing anything because we're such a high level. So and we're not really making very much progress, but again, I don't think this tune is necessarily going to be about leveling and you know, I want to do like specific storylines with her, but I mean I'll still go on and record because I haven't really decided like what section I'm gonna do after this, but it'll probably be level appropriate, so we'll have like a ton of rested by the time we get down there. Forsaken Rearguard. Alright. Admiral Hatchet.
Strength and honor.
This fiasco may go down as one of the biggest embarrassments in the history of naval warfare. How did this happen? Drunk happened. That's how. So basically, oh gosh, we may not have to live down the shame of this defeat, Valine. The war chief will likely have us all executed instead. I'll be damned if we don't go down without a fight. Although the whole beachhead is overrun by Bloodfang Worgen, there may still be hope. I want you to accompany one of our sea pups to the beachhead, directly west of here, and recover our supplies. Return to me when the pup can carry no more.
Go with honor.
Loktar.
Give them hell. It's the goblins' fault, Blood Elf. You see, we set off for Silverpine from Bilgewater Harbor over in Ashara. Huge mistake that was. Never has such a den of iniquity and sin existed in our great empire. Those damnable goblins fueled our every vice and set us off to sail with barrels full of ale. The shame of it all leaves a mark greater than any scar. Honor must be restored. Kill the Bloodfang Worgen that ambushed us. They're scavenging the wreckage to the southwest.
Go forth to victory.
Mutant bush chicken.
I am forsaken.
Have you seen the huge lumbering Edens roaming the forest? Cursed things come from Gilneas. Now they wander the land, searching for their next juicy meal. We've managed to subjugate and utilize some of them to haul our wagons, but the others, well, they must be killed. Unfortunately, we can't spare any soldiers to do the job. That's where you come in. I have a plan, but it's going to require some materials. Head out into the forest around this base and collect diseased beast organs. Okay.
Our time will come.
We will get to that one. On my test playthrough, I had to do this quest like 3 or 4 times, so. Holy cow, I think my imp is doing more damage than I am. So there's the orc ships that are on fire. So we just gotta kill a bunch of these and grab these boxes. Oof, maybe try a little softer, Captain. Oop, I probably should have emptied my bags, but oh well. Heavy. No, can see nothing. Captain, pup need help. I'm reading that underneath the way, so. Please, Captain, I can put box down. No, you can't. Alright. No more, this is Maximo. Me, this is too much. Yes, my voice acting is, I mean, just amazing. Amazing. Oh, and speaking of voice acting, I actually did look up the voice for the oh gosh, what was his name? I can't even remember his name now. In the last video, the leader of the Blood Elves, it was indeed the guy that did the voice acting for Balthier in Final Fantasy 12. So, yay! And apparently he has done a lot of voice acting. And some actual regular acting too, so. And I made myself promise that I would write his name down so that I could tell you all, but I forgot.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Now I'm trying to figure out which would be better, like drain soul or drain life for like damage purposes. Let's go on and get these turned in. I think this guy will sometimes despawn, because when I was doing it on my my other tune, like I got him all the way here and then he just despawned and it wouldn't complete. So with these crates, within these crates are held steel thunder, and our weaponry returned, we will have a chance to redeem ourselves.
Go forth into victory.
Speak, friend.
Looks as if you really gave those Worgen a beating, and in the process lifted the shame haze they cast over us. Perhaps the sea dogs will quit drinking now. Ah, who am I kidding?
Strength.
Excuse me. Skitter Web Menace. Vengeance is all-consuming, Valine. Our third ship sank off the coast of the Skittering Dark, northwest of here. The men that made it off that boat were either captured or killed by the Skitter Web spiders of the region. For that, the spiders must die. All of them. Travel to the Skittering Dark and crush those insects. Be on the lookout for their matriarch. Perhaps if we find her, we can end this menace forever.
For the Horde.
Mokra.
Lost in the darkness. Some would say that we are lucky to be alive. Those people would be idiots. At least had we died, we would not have had to face the war chief's wrath. Alas, that what's done is done. Now we must attempt to regain our lost honor. The third ship in our fleet sank off the coast of the Skittering Dark. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to go rescue
Well,
some.
friend.
We're still going to try and grab a couple more of these. Yeah, everything dies so quick. It's, ooh, Scalping Tomahawk of Strength. It's hard to kind of gauge what my damage is. It actually looks about the same. This isn't taking too long. Oh, well, that didn't take long at all. Now you guys have to remind me when I get back to camp. I've got to empty my inventory out. I've only got 4 slots left. Alright. So we got to kill a bunch of spiders.